After years of military coups and near economic collapse, the former British colony of Ghana has emerged as one of Africa's success stories, boasting a growth rate of 3%. But that modern dynamic image doesn't tell the whole story. Although Ghana was quick to ratify the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, age-old animist practices still persist. They include a form of ritual slavery, which condemns young girls to a life of servitude in the shrines of fetish priests. A law was passed banning it in 1998, but the practice continues, as Lucy Ash discovers.
Ghana's Volta region is one of the poorest parts of the country. Here in Klokpome, 2 hours from the capital Accra, people are worshipping as their ancestors have done for centuries. They pay homage to the war gods, divine protectors of the Ewe people. These women and girls are slaves identified by ropes around their necks. They're known as Trokosi, or wives of the gods. 4,000 of them, from toddlers to grandmothers, are serving life sentences at animist shrines across the region. At puberty, the slaves must sleep with the priest. Togbe Ajimasi Davlo VI currently has 17 wives, most of them Trokosi. Their religion is based on the same belief system as voodoo. The priest's power comes from his ability to communicate with the war gods. Curiously, Togbe Ajimasi feels his authority is enhanced by his Bible. He's illiterate, but tells me it's a magic object for curing illnesses and exorcising evil spirits. To appease those spirits, young girls are brought to the shrine to pay for the crimes committed by their relatives. The Trokosi are condemned to a lifetime of hard labour on the priest's farm. Priests are not expected to support any children born of slaves. For most Trokosi, mere survival is hard enough, and they worry constantly about food. But these girls are luckier than most Trokosi. When they're not needed by the priest, they're allowed to go to school. In nearby Ative, Betty Akufo-Mabeng is paying a visit. She works for a government commission which sees education as the key to change. Last summer, the Trokosi practice was banned by law, but that hasn't solved the problem. Supporters of the Trokosi system say it's a sacred traditional practice. Betty disagrees.
That's an easy way of getting young girls to sleep with. Yeah. So it's got nothing to do with religion. It's a practice that is just exploitative.
Most of the people I met believe in the power of the shrines. local politicians seem lukewarm about abolition. They might be superstitious or maybe just afraid of losing votes. For the time being, the government has adopted a conciliatory approach. No arrests will be made until special envoys have explained the new law. Today, 6 priests in the village of Trokosi are hearing from a representative of the charity International Needs. Some priests are wary of change, but the more pragmatic ones do some hard-headed bargaining. In the past few months, 80 more priests have been persuaded to release their Trokosi. Most are illiterate, so they've signed their agreement with a thumbprint. They'll receive about $1,000 in return. Most priests grudgingly accept the offer while they can. Over at Klokpome, it's business as usual for the Trokosi. They're only halfway through their morning chores. Togbe Ajimasi Davlo VI is reluctant to give them up. If the new law has teeth, soon only goats will be dragged off to pay for crimes. But many say they'll still seek instant justice at the shrines. And very often the fetish will demand a human sacrifice. The practice could be swept underground, exposing the girls to greater danger and abuse. Some Trokosi will have to stay serving their old master. Once again, they'll submit themselves to the power of the fetish.
Hopes that peace would return to East Timor were raised earlier this year, when the Indonesian government held out